What's up guys, Sam Levy with The Brokery. I'm coming to you today from Phoenix with a special video. I'm gonna be interviewing my buddy and great client, Keenan. We just sold his house in Tempe. Just wanted to talk to him about the experience. The market in Phoenix is crazy, and with COVID going on, we gotta stay safe. Make sure you wear your mask. I'm here with one of my favorite clients and good friends, Keenan. We just sold his house in Tempe. It was a crazy, wild ride. Kind of first time trying this video interview thing. I figured there's no better case than this guy. He's an amazing client, great friend, Purple Heart veteran. We had a long road to get to the close, but we got it done. Just kind of wanted to have him give his thoughts about my service and kind of how the whole process went.
Sam was great. It started out, I got a referral from a good friend of ours, Jimmy Versalino, and he stuck with me through thick and thin. Had a lot of issues that I had to work through. 5 different potential buyers. A lot of them went bad, obviously, if we had 5. And he did a lot of extra things to secure the deal that he didn't even have to do. So without Sam doing all his great work and everything he did, I don't think I would have sold my house, honestly. It took almost 6 months. So he did a great job in sticking with me and fighting through all the trials and tribulations we had.
So I'm gonna talk about kind of each of those 5 deals and what happened. Obviously in this market, if you're not aware, the greater Phoenix market is extremely hot right now. Probably the hottest it's ever gonna be, with interest rates being so low and inventory being so low. Supply and demand is out of control. It's almost a perfect storm because it's a buyer's market due to the interest rates and a seller's market due to the inventory being so constricted. So with Keenan, I met him in late 2019. We decided to list his house early 2020. Just as we were listing his house, COVID hit. So our first buyer, I think we got it under contract almost immediately. We got all the way through inspection, all the way through the appraisal. And then of course the buyer decided that, or actually not decided, but the buyer's kids who were grown lost their jobs due to COVID. And so the house just wouldn't work for them. So unfortunately they had to cancel. We put it back on the market. We got their earnest money on that one, or a piece of it I think, so that was good. But we put it back on the market and almost immediately again, we got it under contract. There were 2 buyers back to back that we got through the inspection period and the appraisal on both, and then we got unforeseen loan denials. So if you buyers out there that are looking to purchase, make sure that your lender goes through a complete pre-qualification, completely almost underwrites everything, gets all your documentation up front, make sure your credit is solid, because we had 2 buyers that fell out back to back after being under contract with each for about 3 weeks. So that takes us 6 weeks off the market there, which was a lot of time. The market was extremely hot, and it was a really rough time. I had to battle on the phone with 2 lenders for a long time about how did this happen, why did it happen, what are you guys gonna do for my client here to make it right. One of them made it right, one of them not so much, but that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles in real estate. And then on the 4th buyer that we had, was a sight unseen buyer from California. He was buying it for his daughter. It's very common in today's market to see deals or buyers come in from out of state, buy things sight unseen, whether it's for an investor or somebody buying it for their kids like this guy. So we got through the inspection period. On about the 10th day of the inspection period, I get a call from their agent saying that they're gonna ask for a gigantic credit. Just to give you some context here, the house was in the mid 300s, and they wanted to ask for a credit of about $25,000. So without saying the exact words that I wanted to say to them, I told them that they need to kick rocks basically and move on. It's just not gonna happen. So we put the house back on the market one last time, and we got a buyer in who was a contingent buyer. So for those of you that aren't in the real estate space every day, a contingency means that somebody has to sell their house and use those funds from the sale to qualify for the purchase of the new house. So that's what we got on this one. And to even make it a little bit more muddy, the deal on that side that he was contingent upon selling, it wasn't closed yet. There was no appraisal that had happened yet. So there were a lot of hurdles that needed to be jumped through here. And Keenan for sure was in the right to be nervous about the deal, but I tried to push him along and make it happen. So we got under contract, and with the deal that they were selling, there was a few hurdles. We got through those. We got through the inspection period on the house Keenan was selling. We had to give up a fair credit, and Keenan and I had a little bit of a discussion there at the end where, you know, frustrations and emotions kind of came out. I'll let him talk about that, but we worked through it, and we moved on. So I'm gonna let him talk about kind of that last little hurdle that we had to jump through that was a little bit of a point of contention and how we worked through it.
Well, it was because I just felt like I had fought through so much, and I didn't want to lose more money than I had already lost. And so really it was another credit that they wanted. And Sam just basically walked me through it and got me to the point to realize, hey, we're gonna lose more money if we keep going, because I had already lost money having to pay for two places. I had my mortgage and then the lease for this place, and then I was just bleeding more and more money every single month, and it would just behoove me to just let the property go, lose a little bit of money, and cut my losses. And actually, I really didn't lose any money. At the end of the day, when Sam worked his magic, I ended up coming out with more money than I would have prior. So everything worked out. He did a good job. His counsel was clear, and it worked out great for me. So I appreciate everything he did.
Thank you. Yeah. So we got through that part, and then we got all the way to the close, and the deal closed. Keenan and I had a long conversation on the phone just about, you know, how grateful he was, and I was super grateful. I am super grateful for the relationship. Jimmy V, shout out for the connection. We made a lifelong friendship here and a relationship, both business and outside of business. And it was a long deal. You know, I did a lot of things that I think a lot of other agents wouldn't do. I'm always open to front money to make things happen, so I did a little bit of that for Keenan here, and we got the deal closed. Like he said, he ended up getting a little bit more proceeds than he thought he was going to get, so it was it was a win-win for everybody. The buyer got the new house, Keenan got the proceeds to sell that and kind of get the monkey off his back, so to speak, of just the weight of carrying his mortgage and the rental for the place that we're currently standing in. So it was a great deal. It took, I don't know, 4 or 5 months to get the house sold, which is absolutely crazy in this market. But Keenan stuck with me. I just kind of wanted to give you guys a picture into this deal and what happened, and just wanted to really shout him out as just a fantastic client and a great friend, and couldn't be more happy for the relationship.
And I feel the same about Sam. He's the best realtor I ever had. So thank you, man.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, if you have any questions about buying or selling in Phoenix, feel free to reach out to me. Phone number is 602-501-9352. I'm always open.